Welcome to Batman Arkham Knight. We're doing Challenge Pack 6, I think it's called. This is, first of all, Wayne Manor. We're going to do all the Predators, but this video is Wayne Manor. For this you're going to need upgraded smoke as a bare minimum, and also the freeze blast, given that that's one of the requirements for for the stars. In fact, the 3 stars are freeze blast takedown, inverted takedown on a medic, and 3 guys with a single line launch. A line launcher, launch, whatever. There's a couple of ways to do this. This one is a little more reliable but slower. Come up to this middle beam, flip round, look to the right, and ice blast that guy. There's a guy here with a detective mode blocker, and I'm picking the voice synth there, but don't do that. Get the smoke out instead. We're not going to be able to use the voice synth yet. Detective mode blocker. Now get your smoke ready, and what happens here is sometimes a third chap will come up to cover the medic. You can see him coming up the stairs, you'll see in a second. He's just walking across the middle there, that guy with the detective mode. But it's okay if 2 go there, because the medic will get one of them up, and there you've got 3 people. Chuck big smoke on them, get the line launcher. There's a little bit of faith here, because obviously you can't use detective mode to ensure you're lined up, so this is why it's a bit hit and miss, but you should be able to get through there, get all 3, and there's your 2nd star. Now finally for the medic, break out the voice synth, make sure you're not being seen, and just send the medic with the voice synth to underneath one of these 2 perch points. I was struggling a bit here, so I lose about 10 seconds trying to work out which one the medic is. You can use the disruptor. It's a pretty easy way to identify medics because they've got the packs on their back like that, and if you shoot it he'll even light up. But now I know he's just behind the big guy, so what you want to do, target him, not him, and send him under there. I send him to that one just because it's a little closer, and then you can swing back. You can easily make it before he gets there. There we are. Wait for him to rock up, and then inverted takedown. Boop. And that is your 3rd star. Now it's just a question of mopping up as quickly as you can, and I do a hideous job here. I was trying to go for a fear takedown, waiting for that prompt, but it didn't come, so I just ended up gliding down. I thought I might get a fear takedown here, but nope. Also the worst skin. It's like the Zurel God King Kong skin or something. It just looks awful, but awful in an amazing way. There's the detective mode chat. I think we're down to 3 left, and one of them a big one. Yeah, there we go. So I kind of came around here to get this guy, and then just dived over the side. And then there's a few ways you can do this, but in the past what I've done is use the disruptor gun on them and then dive down. I think I do it on this one actually. Yeah, okay. So what we're going to do is use the disruptor twice on the small guy and once on the big guy, because we got his mind by accident, but there we go, twice on his gun. And again, wasting time there. I didn't actually need to do it on the big guy because we're just going to go straight on him. And you see, so we attack there, he's like, oh, my gun doesn't work. So you can start the strike, and I always go for the maximum number of punches here. You'll see I kind of make it up to 30, but that's just because I really like trying to get, it's like a personal challenge to get that number as high as possible on a single brute takedown. I think my record is 36, I'm really trying to get 40, but actually on Predator mode, to save time, you don't want to do that. And you'll see the other guy, well, you won't actually see the other guy, he's there. But he fired his gun, which we disrupted, so that's gone out. And 244 on Steam will get you around the top 100. I think 104 or something, I got 103. Look at the second. 108. But there's a much, much quicker way to do that. So I went back and had a think and was like, well, how can we improve on this? And I figured actually the biggest time delay in this is waiting for the medic after he's done the smoke. So I thought, well, what happens if you take the medic down first? Now the medic's wandering around down there somewhere. There he is. There. And again, use the disruptor to identify him. Once you know where he is, he'll always be in the same place at the start. And again, the timer won't start until you do your first takedown. So you can take your time, identify the medic, send him here, and then we do that inverted takedown there, and that's 1 star. Now, this one is a little less predictable. Sometimes 3 guys don't go over there. About 60-40, so about 6 times in 10. You'll end up with 3 people here. You'll see one guy coming up just there from the top, the guy with the detective mode jammer. So smoke down there, and again, big smoke lets you cover all of them and keep them pinned down. And because they're in this line, just get the line launcher up and boop, boop, boop. 1, 2, 3, there's your second star. Now I feel like there's a way to do fear multi-takedown after you've knocked them down, like you can hang around in the smokes. That's what I went to go back and try and do. But it didn't give me that option, so I ended up just risking being shot hard in the face. You can see I've upgraded my armor massively, so I can take a few shots. We're not going to get any bonuses for not being spotted, but such is life. Now run around here, they're going to Benny Hill chase you around this corner. Freeze blast him. You can't get an inverted takedown while Mr. Gunface is looking at you, so run around the other way. There you go. And then smash this chap from the back. I smash takedown. And then just run up to this guy, and you'll see here, as soon as in fact on the first time for the counter icon didn't even appear, but rather than trying to go for my 40 hits, I'm trying to go for as few as possible, because it just saves a bit more time. There we go, so 19 instead. And I probably could have, with a bit less Benny Hilling and monkeying around with the takedowns, I probably could have got that down to about 120, but that should get you a top 30 time on Steam. Not sure how it'll fare on Xbox or PlayStation. But you get a pretty decent idea of what's going on there. Yeah, I reckon with some practice I could probably get it down to maybe 1 minute 15. There's a couple of times on the leaderboard that are like the top time is 41 seconds. I've got no idea how he did that, but really keen to hear your times. Anyway, click the eye on the top right for the playlist and more. And on the left, let's put some riddles in there. I haven't done any of it yet. And on the right, let's put in a combat challenge. But we'll work our way through all of these eventually. Anyway, that's it for now. See you in the next video. Bye.